Hey y'all. So we're going to be taking a look at your upcoming Mabon season, but before we do, a couple of announcements. So first of all, I got a treat for you guys. So I developed a quiz to help you determine what your strongest clairs are. So your clairs are your intuitive abilities in terms of clairvoyance, how you see intuitive information, clairsentience, how you feel intuitive information, and so on and so forth. So if you are curious to see what your strongest clairs are, and then get a little bit of information about how to strengthen them further, develop your other clairs, and then also some information on what my strongest clairs are and exactly how I use them to read on the channel, go get your free quiz. The link is in the description box below, and then let me know your results. I really love to see and hear like what you guys' results are. I love talking clairs all day long, so that link is in the description box below. Secondly, I reopened availability for personal readings. I sold out of the first round that I opened up a couple weeks ago, so I put some more availability up, and once those go, I'm gonna have to shut it down, and then hopefully I'll be able to do it again sometime in the future, but I never quite know when. So I love connecting with you guys personally, so if you guys want to sign up for a personal reading, that also, you guessed it, is a link in the description box below. I look forward to connecting with you. So those are the announcements. Now on to the meat. So we're going into Mabon season, right? So Mabon is a beautiful time as the wheel turns, where we're going into the autumnal equinox here in the northern hemisphere. Flip it for the southern, of course. But in the northern hemisphere, this is when we have equal times of day and night, right? So think about the justice key on the tarot, right? We are moving from Virgo season into Libra season. Libras are the justice key. It's about the scales. It's about balance, right? Which brings it back to that idea of the autumnal equinox and how we begin our descent into the dark time of year. So there's going to be a lot of themes of this time of year in these readings is what does balance look like for us? What is our relationship to the dark time of year? What is our relationship to the unknown and all of the aspects of the things that we can and can't see within the moonlight and the sunlight and all of those aspects of what duality and balance and dark and light brings up for us in our day-to-day and also our spiritual experiences as well. Because as we move forward in the wheel of the year, after that, we have my favorite time, Samhain, aka Halloween, and then we're moving forward further and further into the dark times. Samhain is also the beginning of the new year in the pagan world, my world. So it's a really beautiful time where this is, beginning with Mabon. It's a lot to be excited for. It's a lot to look forward to, and also I find it's a really beautiful opportunity for us to take a really healthy inventory of how we're doing, right? We're going into the last quarter of the year. How are we doing? How have we achieved balance? How are we feeling, right? How can we adjust our equilibrium or just observe our equilibrium, right? And move forward with an energy that feels balanced and grounded and inspired through the rest of the year, right? It's kind of like a, like a last call for the last quarter of the year before we're going into January and we're in a new numerical year. So it's a beautiful opportunity to really take stock and really ask those questions and really consider our relationship to what is seen and unseen. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at your upcoming Mabon season. Hey Libras, how y'all doing? Let's go ahead and take a look at your Mabon season here. Briefly, the energy that I'm picking up for you around this season is Olivia Benson on her best day, a la Law & Order, SVU, or Special Victims Unit. So if you are not Law & Order fans, it's okay. I'm gonna break it down for you. So your home key in the tarot is the Justice key, right? So this is a special time for you, Libras, because we are going to be looking at the beginning of your birthday season, which starts at the end of September and, as you know, goes into October, which is the season of Mabon. So, as you know, Mabon is very much about the autumnal equinox. It's about, equal light, equal dark, where the day is really, well, it shares space with the night evenly, right? That's the autumnal equinox. That is Mabon. So there's a beautiful energy coming through for you around leaning into your home key, leaning into that justice key of the tarot, and finding a lot of power and strength, perspective, and energy from that. So that's where I get the Olivia Benson on her best day. You know, she is the captain of the special victims unit in Manhattan. And she's such a beautiful symbol coming through for you guys because she is a beautiful balance between keeping the law and order and following the rules so that everyone is treated, you know, air quote, fairly or justly, right? But she also balances that with a lot of heart. Her family's really important to her, her son. She's able to bring heart to it, to that law and order, which is what makes her so prolific. So there's something coming through around that for you, around balance, and it feels very empowered. This is going to be a really special season for you guys. It should be, it's your birthday season, but this one in particular feels like you guys are in a very unique position to draw a lot of strength from moving into this time of moving into the dark period, the dark time of year. I really like that. I really like that for you. Feel strong. Let's see. Oh, that took no time at all. Wow. Okay. So we got the whale energy here. Now, my first favorite thing here, this is going up for you. So it is water energy, but do you see how it's light on top and then it's dark on the bottom? And we're moving into the dark time of year. So the dark is kind of like coming into the light. I really like this for you. So whale energy is all about the heart chakra. And we were just talking about Olivia Benson being about the heart chakra with how much heart and familial love and, you know, empathy that she leads with, right? Which is what makes her the best of the best. So whale energy equates to that of the Queen of Cups in the Tarot. Queen of Cups, highly intuitive, feels things very, very deeply, sometimes to the point of overwhelm. But when she allows herself to utilize her empathy as her own superpower, it is next level. It is a sort of understanding and connection with herself and her environment that is unparalleled by any other, you know, court card or tarot key in general. So this is really beautiful that this is coming through for you because this is feeling like that heart chakra balance, but also it's got that ancient wisdom of the whale energy here. And the justice key is about, right? Lady Justice is blind. It's about that, you know, oldest energy of the land where it's like, you know, we had laws. That's how, you know, civilized society came into being, was they put laws in place, right? And I say civilized in air quotes, but you know what I'm saying. So I like that this is coming through for you in this way, coming through with the heart, but also the, you know, the ancient tradition, the law and order aspect of it all, because whale is such an ancient energy. I really like this for you. So let's go ahead and see what is going on for Libras in Mabon season. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Here we go. I like it. Okay. So the first up here, we have the Ten of Swords. Now this came up in the reverse, but I'm gonna hold it in the upright for the sake of the visual here, like I do. So the Ten of Swords, first of all, air energy. You guys as Libras are air signs. I like that this is coming through for you first, but Ten of Swords specifically is about endings. Right? It's about closing up cycles. It's about saying goodbye. It's about putting certain, you know, either aspects of yourself. This could be aspects of the way that you think about things, the way that you approach problems, right? I feel intuitively with this, that this for you, because you see how this bird has got its mouth open and it's like, feed me, feed me. Remember we were talking about Mabon being the time of, you know, balance and equilibrium and light and dark and abundance and harvest and all of those things. And then we've got the full moon over here as well. I feel like for you, you are coming into a time within this context of balance for Mabon season where you are able to give to yourself as much as you are able to comfortably and naturally give to others, right? The energy that I'm getting here, because they keep taking me back to this Olivia Benson archetype. That archetype is someone who gives really easily, loves giving, loves making other people happy, has maybe got some people pleaser tendencies, is very generous with their time, with their heart, with their, you know, efforts, but receiving it can be a little bit more uncomfortable or difficult or a little bit more foreign. That's what I'm getting here, is that the balance that's coming in for you is giving yourself the time to either recharge your batteries so that you can go out and keep on giving, or to allow others, to allow yourself to receive the gifts and generosity that you give to others from other people to you. And that feels really important somehow. I'm also getting a feeling of childhood around this. There's something related to childhood or parent-child relationship that's coming in here with that. And I'm hearing that sometimes it's very beneficial to be your own mother or your own father and really give to yourself. And yes, in parts that you can turn around and give of yourself in a way that is, reciprocal, but it's also an aspect of knowing that balance is the key. Again, back to that Mabon energy, which leads us to Ace of Cups, which is so brilliant because the whole point of the Ace of Cups is that, self-love, self-care, self-nurturing, intuitive insights. Then we've got the sun here on the Ace of Cups here as well, which is really beautiful because we have it above the moon and we're talking about equal, parts day and night. And it's coming up for you here in this way. I really, really like it for you. So this is an abundance of love. The ace is about, a fresh start around something or an incoming energy that is major or significant in some way. I really feel like this is the more that you give to yourself, the more that you have to give others. But there's also an aspect of you receiving really direct guidance and foresight, I'm getting. Because this is about intuitive knowledge as well. And we've got a bunch of what look like to me, like sort of bird feathers, but they're angel feathers really, in terms of like being aligned in a place where when we are balanced, when we achieve balance or harmony, whatever word you want to use, we are able to not only attract more of what we want, right? Because the universe is not going to give us anything new to work with until we have shown that we are balancing what we already got going on. I found that to be true in life. So I do feel like you have a direct line here to intuitive guidance, to inspiration. I keep hearing problem solving. You're getting these like eureka moments or aha moments. The more time that you give to yourself to be still, to follow your instincts, to nurture yourself. Now, listen, everybody's Ace of Cups is different, okay? Your Ace of Cups may be different from my Ace of Cups, may be different from your mama's Ace of Cups. It's very person specific, but whatever your Ace of Cups is for you, that is the key to alignment, to balance, to manifesting, more of what you desire, to having those reciprocal relationships. And again, with that heart chakra, the whale is literally over the Ace of Cups here, water for water, saying it's really about self-nourishment and really feeding the aspect of you that is either your inner child or your heart chakra. What does your heart want? And really giving it that, because it's only going to give you as much as you put into it, right? Now you have the Six of Swords here. So we've got air, water, air. I like it. Six of Swords. This is my absolute favorite swords key because this is very much about, inner peace, a transition to a time of life where it feels like everything is going as it's meant to, the waters are flowing in the right direction and there's, nothing impeding the progress. It's just clear and free from here on out, and it feels really good mentally. I always say that the Six of Swords is the equivalent of like this sound effect of the big sigh. And I do feel like this is a time of transition that is coming through for you with this air and this water, but it feels like you are being guided to a time where your balance is going to be required, but it feels like that's because you're bringing things in that you're going to want to have room for and energy for. And isn't that exciting? That feels really, really good. That feels really, really good. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Oh, really, Libras? 10 of Pentacles? Are you serious? Look at this. You see that? Bit of a glare. I'm in my new filming space, as you know, so I'm still working out the kinksies, but 10 of Pentacles, first of all, it's the number 10, October, right? We're looking at here. 10 of Pentacles, earth energy. This is also the aspect of like the happy home and family, abundance, inheritance, long-term planning and thinking, having absolutely everything that you need and you want, having the bills paid for, and also having the heart full. This is absolutely brilliant that this is your advice. This is exactly what we've been seeing this entire time. And I really like that we were talking about parent and child, and then we have 3 generations shown here. And I think there is something about looking back at how you were raised or where you come from in consideration for either children that you're responsible for, or even you in the future, how you want to be, what you want to take with you, what you want to carry on through tradition, or what you want to, with the Ten of Swords, let go of or change within and for yourself or in your environment, right? It's all about optimization and getting the most out of your experience. That's what this feels like. It feels really good. Let's get an oracle. Oh, 2 for 1. I'm here for it. Okay. So first you have release. So we have another moon situation here. I like it. But release, this is really, really beautiful. First of all, there's your antlers there, right? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So antlers there. So that's beautiful deer energy, which is about what? Balancing masculine and feminine energies, which is what? Giving and receiving. So back to this aspect of giving and receiving. It feels really, really good. It feels like that is the mission point. And then you have nature here. Now I'm going to take this a little bit differently than just, being in nature, because who doesn't love that? But I feel like this is about examining your innate nature. What is in your nature? What is in your nature to do? How do you naturally respond to things? How do you, naturally respond to problems that arise? You're going to be looking at those aspects of yourself, really observing yourself like a very good air sign that you are, and really seeing what works and what doesn't, really cutting to the heart of it, all for the purpose of optimization, so that you have more room and energy and a clearer path to this 10 of Pentacles, abundance, happiness, and long-term solidity, I want to say. And it's really, really beautiful, Libra. It's really, really beautiful. I'm very excited for you. So release in nature, release maybe aspects of your innate nature that aren't serving you or your family or your work environment or whatever this is, that you can go off and have a free hand to welcome more of, what may take some work to get to. It may take some transition and change with the 10 of Swords to get to, but what is truly going to serve your heart center. That is really, really beautiful. Libra is really beautiful. So with that being said, I'm wishing you a very happy Mabon. Just another reminder, if you do want to learn about your strongest clairs and really learn how to, work with your innate intuition in terms of what your strength is, and you do love a good quiz like I love a good quiz, the link is in the description box below, and I will send you this free quiz, and please do let me know your results because I'm real curious about it. It's really fun. Also, I do have some personal readings available. I would love for you guys to sign up. I love connecting with you guys personally. It's not something that I am able to do all too often, but I'm very excited that I'm able to do it now. So that is also in the description box below. And again, just thank you so, so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, if this resonates, if you love it, like it, subscribe, all the good stuff, and then holler at me in the comments and let me know what you think. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Happy birthday season. Tell me what's going on. And as always, just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.